Technology is used by businesses to transform their inputs into outputs. They make investments in R&D, which produces breakthroughs that may be leveraged to boost output. For example, Malaysia is a well-liked travel destination for leisure travelers since it has many recreational facilities, parks, and gardens. With more than 80 water and electric games suitable for all ages and preferences, Sunway Lagoon Theme Park is a top-notch resort. The productivity of labor and capital in the tourism sector has been significantly impacted by technological breakthroughs, including automation, artificial intelligence, AI, and sophisticated technology. These developments have changed how businesses function and the overall tourist experience, presenting both benefits and challenges. The benefits of using technology in marketing for travel destinations has improved efficiency and productivity.
Popular websites such as TripAdvisor, Expedia, and Booking.com offer evaluations and ratings for lodgings, dining establishments, and tourist attractions. Additionally, they provide a forum for tourists to express their insights. Mobile applications are also created to help enrich tourists' experience by offering knowledge for historical sites, make purchases on site, and enables interactive digital communication amongst users. The tourism industry has also upgraded their services through investment in the hospitality and restaurant sectors, offers lodging, food, and beverage services to tourists, particularly those from abroad. The Malaysia Smart Tourism 4.0 has been put in place to take the industry to the next level by taking advantage of opportunities in the digital age. These efforts will pave the way for new innovative subsectors and create employment opportunities in line with the NTP and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Now we shall discuss a little bit about the history of Malaysia's technological development. The first technological wave washed over the Malaysian shore back in the late 18th century as the country founded its first introduction to wealth through the mining industry. Following the gradual growth of the mining industry, the capacity of employment for labor increases and therefore created one huge part of the societal structure of Malaysia as it attracted Chinese immigrants miner from mainland China to work at the mine fields. In the 1970s, Malaysia experienced a technological upgrade through export-oriented industrialization (EOI). The outcomes of this initiative are tremendous, as new specialized areas for exportation known as the exports processing zones were set up, and there was a limitation on labor unions so that transnational companies are encouraged to seek lower-cost production in foreign lands to maximize their capability for exportation. Observable success of the development of EOI also can be shown through the expansion of heavy industries such as motor vehicle production, petroleum refining, and cement manufacturing, which are both important contributors for the construction development in Malaysia during the early 1980s.
Now let us skip to a short screenplay, which involves the conversation between two interns discussing the preparation of their first talk show at the company.
Hello Zui, how are you lately?
I'm so stressed out. I don't have any idea what to share in our upcoming talk show.
Oh, so what is the title that is assigned to us?
So basically the title is about technological innovations and capital investment in Malaysia. Do you have any ideas?
I think, why don't we brainstorm a little bit for your content?
Oh, sure. Please help me out with this troublesome work. Should I talk about how the tourism industry improve under our technological advancement trends?
Sure, that is a good idea actually. We should extend the idea towards our local firms and see how they are utilizing the technological tools to improve their businesses. What do you think?
Yeah, why not? I will probably talk about the efforts of the Malaysian government had put into the place to help promote the performance of businesses. Maybe I can use a few examples from our previous research materials.
Can you list them out?
Yeah, sure. So the first example is the Tourism 4.0 in Malaysia focuses on the creating a digital ecosystem to attract the Chinese tourists. The goal of the Malaysia's Smart Tourism 4.0 program is to advance the tourism industry by harnessing opportunity presented by the digital era.
So what about your next point?
So So my next point, the second example, is to use the artificial intelligence like AI in the latest business initiative. A chatbot is a piece of computer software that enables interactive digital communications between the individual using artificial intelligence that has been pre-programmed. My final point will be the increase of sales for flight tickets and hotel bookings through the online sites, which is again boosted by the digitalizations. Enough talking about my part. What are you going to share about?
I guess my sharing will be focusing on how the Malaysian policies have improved our local businesses. And I'll probably use Petronas as our prime example of how the Malaysian businesses benefit from our, government policies.
Okay, can you tell me more about it?
Sure. Allow me to start with what Petronas is doing as a business. So it is Malaysia's national producer for gas and petroleum. And aside from producing those commodities, they also have their upstream operations such as the extracting and the refinery of petroleum. So in which role does the Malaysian government play in this part is to support this enterprise by issuing those regulated and also limited license for them to conduct their business. This allows the company to operate as a monopolistic firm in the oil industry. And even as the company have other strong competitors, as we are familiar with Petron or BH Petrol, Petronas is able to stand strong, I think, as the most preferred producer in the market.
Okay, do you have any figures to back up your claims?
Oh yes, actually I found some of the numbers that we can share with our audience just so that they can compare. So Petronas has more than 1,100 gas stations across the country, which is followed by Petron around 700, and lastly BH Petrol, which is around 400. You see this number that is spread out across our nation actually gives Petronas a higher advantage in terms of reaching out to a more spread out, user of the petrol. So other than providing these oil and gas services, the government also encouraged Petronas, to start producing their own network of employees. So by this means they are allowed to start their own educational facility. We all know that University Technology Petronas is under this company, which is situated in Sri Iskandar, Perak. So they have been producing a very good batch of well-polished graduates since their establishment in 1997.
Wow, that's a very good point, Bracet. How should we end our talk show?
Oh, thank you for that. So, considering we have a Q&A session at the end, so how about we give the audience an open-ended question, so just to encourage them to interact with us later?
Yeah, sure. As Malaysia's economy continue to flourish with the use of technological tools and utilizing the cooperations with our government, where do you see us in the global market in 5 years' time? How does that sound?
Sounds just right. I think that sums up our discussion for our preparation, and I wish the best of luck to both of us.
Yeah.